Okay, so again, the main logical operator. So starting with this sentence here, you can really start anywhere where we're doing this. We've got B or C inside parentheses, so we know that that is one unit. Eventually we might care that we've got a B or a C there, but for right now, all we care about is that this sentence has this and then arrow and this other stuff. Actually, that's going to be the main thing, but we'll just look at this. So, okay, again, over here we've got C if and only if D inside parentheses, so that's a unit. And then if we're looking at this, then it's saying not A and this unit here. Okay, but since this is not the full sentence, this conjunction is itself just another chunk that we want to identify as a chunk and then set aside to figure out the main connective. Okay, so then we've chunked everything up. So the main connective is going to be the arrow. And basically at the most general level, what this sentence is saying is, if whatever's in this box here, then B, whatever's in this bigger box over here. All right, this guy here, pretty long sentence. We do have outer brackets, so we'll just take it. We want to find the first. Okay, so here really if we're starting with the first chunk, it's our only option is this Q arrow, not T, inside the innermost brackets. So that's one thing. And then, so this, okay, so this, and this would be, of course, the second parentheses there we want to include, S and whatever's inside this box. Okay, so that is a conjunction, but that's just going to be part of another sentence. P or, okay, and this is going to be our third close parentheses. Okay, so this part of the sentence is saying P or whatever's in here. But again, this is not the full thing, so this is ultimately just another chunk on our way to finding the main logical connective. Okay, so now what we have is not S. That itself really is a chunk, if and only if whatever is inside this whole business here. And so our main logical connective, main logical operator is the biconditional. All right, next sentence. Okay, so I'll just do this. This is a chunk. This is a chunk. Okay, so actually I don't want to cross out the parentheses. Here we have the or, disjunction. So this part of the sentence, it's not the full thing, is saying A or B, but that has parentheses around it also there. Okay, so this thing also, for the purpose of finding the main logical connective, is just a chunk. So we've got this, if and only if, not A. Okay, so that's the whole sentence. So the main logical operator is the biconditional. All right, these two are not exactly the same. If you can figure out the difference, good. So here we've got this in parentheses, and then the second parentheses over from the R to the left of the R goes with this closed parentheses here, and then we have or, of course this is one thing, and then this outermost parentheses goes with that one. So we are using the outermost parentheses. Maybe you can't see that at first glance, but if we look at it closely, we are. Okay, and so we have a not outside the outermost parentheses, so that just using guideline number 1 tells us that the not is the main logical connective. Okay, over here, again, you got to be careful. So one thing you might notice right off the bat, if it catches your eye, we've got not R, if and only if S, and there's no other parentheses. So this is just that. Of course, you don't ever want to leave off a parentheses by mistake, but assuming we haven't done that, there's no outer parentheses here. So that actually tells us right off the bat that the not cannot be the main logical operator. So we just look at what's going on over on this side. We've got R or S, and those two parentheses, and then this parentheses goes with this one. So this is a chunk, and the not is just covering, or actually going back to 6.3, the scope of the not is just this, I'm making a mess here, this chunk right here. It's not the full sentence. So ultimately the not goes with this, or is a bigger chunk. And again, what we have is just the or. A or B at the most general level is what this sentence is saying. And so the main logical operator in this case is the or. All right, good example. Let's see, how many more do we have here? Okay, so these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll run through them. Okay, so this one, that's a unit. This parentheses and this parentheses makes that a unit. Okay, that is a unit. And so the main logical operator is the and. Okay, here, well, this is definitely a unit. This is definitely one. Okay, so then over on this side, on the right, the or is saying, the scope of the or is this, we'll say A or the B. Okay, so this here is one chunk, and then, okay, so I'm taking these out. At the most general level, what the sentence is, we find is a conditional. That's the main logical operator. What the sentence is saying is, if you want to use different letters, P arrow Q. If P, then Q at the most general level. Of course, there's no P in this. We want to break this down and see what's inside this chunk, but at the most general level, it's just a conditional. All right, here, let's see. That, so this or this. Okay, if that doesn't finish it. So this is a chunk. And we got this, which by itself is a chunk. Okay, main logical operator is the and. Here, okay, this one you should try, you should be able to do, maybe. Here we have a unit. Here we have a unit. The main logical operator is the biconditional. Okay, so let's see. Well, this we know. Chunk, this. Okay, we've got to keep track of these parentheses. So there's a parentheses here, here, which means that this whole thing is going to be a unit. Okay, so that just leaves the and, so that's the main logical operator. Okay, good. I will make one more video, but again, you should practice this. You do want to have a pretty good grasp of it for the rest of the semester, because when we're actually using these sentences, you have to be able to figure out where the main logical operator is in order to be able to do anything with them. All right.